What's up, guys? It's Dwayne, back again for another video, back again for the reaction, and hello to all my View family members. How are you doing? How's your week been? Hopefully it's been smooth. Hopefully you're ready for the weekend. I'm feeling really good today. I had a really good night's sleep, and also I woke up to about 6 new View family members. So hello to everyone who's new and everyone who's here. I'm so happy that you guys have joined. I was just really shocked. I woke up and I was like, wow, so many people have joined and so many people are part of this family now. So I'm super excited, and I'm super excited because it's episode 1 of season 4. Guys, we're on season 4, even though we missed out season 1, but we'll go back to that at the end. But we're on season 4. Season 4. I'm excited. I always love to see the new contestants and see what they're gonna bring. So guys, I hope you're comfortable. As I always say, I hope you have a snack or a drink, or you're somewhere quiet and we can watch the first episode of season 4. So without further ado, let's get into this reaction, or this Film Friday. Let's go.
Det är bara 3 personer mellan dig och din morfars farmor.
Okay.
3 personer som vardera levt sina viktigaste år tätt intill den som var före. Som insupet sättet de var på, gick på, pratade på. Hur de vyschade, skämtade och svor. Det måste vara ganska mycket av det som förts över i led till led och som nu är en del av det som är du. Din mammas pappas farmor är bara 3 människor bort. Sen står hon där. Du kan nästan höra henne viska.
The subtitles are definitely correct. I can tell because I can kind of understand what Anders is saying. They're correct. Let me know if they're correct. They look correct to me. Okay, I feel I can relax. Cool, let's go.
Många av oss kan, om vi vill, följa vår släkt långt tillbaka i tiden. Vi bor i samma land, vi talar samma språk och vi kan ganska bra föreställa oss livet som de levde. Men om det inte är så, om din morfars farmor klev in som genom en dörr en gång och du inte vet varifrån hon kom, då uppstår ett hål, en gåta. Vad var hon innan? Varför gav hon sig av? Och vad av allt det som är jag kom med henne från landet långt, långt borta? Om en stund anländer 10 amerikaner för att söka sina svenska rötter.
Yay!
Hello. Hello.
För att lära känna landet där deras förfäder levde. Then we have to learn how to bete sig som folk.
Upper lip in the side here.
There you go. Oh, I feel like I should be good at this.
Och kanske lära sig mer om sig själv.
She was all alone.
Klara, färdiga, gå! Men det här är också en tävling. En efter en kommer de att tvingas lämna allt för Sverige.
Oh my God!
Bara vinnaren tar hem priset.
This is my family!
En återförening med sin svenska släkt.
This is my family.
I love that season. Both those seasons.
Det är dags för allt för
Been
Sveriges
winning the whole
fjärde
time I've won. Oh, I'm so excited. America.
In the 1800s, a Swedish sailor landed in California and married a Native American medicine woman. I'm really anxious to find out more about my Swedish ancestry because my family knows next to nothing.
Interesting. Native American, so his Swedish ancestor married a Native American, so he's part Native American, part Swedish. That's such an interesting mix.
You think they got cactuses over there in Sweden? I've never been outside of America. I went to Colorado to visit my sister once, and that was it. So stepping on Swedish soil is a dream for me. I could never afford to come on my own.
And bring back all the family history, okay?
I will. I will. You take care of Ma
Oh, yeah.
and them chickens. Love you. I love you too.
The reason that this is so important to me personally is I've made a lot of changes in my life and I'm going in a different direction now.
Very tattooed up.
I think going through the long dark tunnel on the way to Sweden is a really good metaphor. We're going through this dark tunnel and then we come out and bam!
We're going home, ladies.
There it is, home. Your homeland, Sweden. I was raised reading the Pippi Longstocking books, and my ancestor happens to have the same last name as the author of the books.
Right.
But I just want to let you know now, that's
Lindgren.
my secret hope. Yeah,
You might be a relative of Astrid.
I'm related to Astrid Lindgren.
That would be really
that would
cool.
make my whole
I would like
life.
that. I would like that.
So he's gonna be like the whole time, like, okay, I need when he gets his chest, he's gonna be like, I need to know whether I'm related to the author of Pippi Longstocking. Imagine if he is. That's pretty cool. That is a cool claim to fame, and a real connection to Sweden.
Finding out about heritage is finding about your life. Finding about who you are. Everybody wants to know who they are. And
100%.
past will tell you.
This is it. We're here.
I quite love this start. Here we go again.
How are you?
I am so excited to find out about my heritage. I have the Ghiblies.
The
The
Ghiblies.
Ghiblies are like those butterflies in my stomach.
Welcome home. Or maybe I should say, välkomna hem, to use the language of your
Välkomna hem.
forefathers. This is the beginning of your journey into the land where they lived, loved, and struggled. Malmö city is a good place to arrive and start a journey through Sweden. This has also been a natural port for those who left. This place where we are standing, this was where thousands of Swedes forever changed the destiny of all of their descendants by making that crucial step aboard a ship that carried them across the ocean.
Oof, that's poignant.
Katie.
Imagine just standing there, that piece of history, just knowing that this is where my grandma, my grandfather, my great-great-great or great-great, grandparents stood and were waiting to board to move to a country that they didn't know anything about and probably didn't really speak the language very well at the time. And that port is the reason why they're an American. That's powerful, because I would love to do that, actually. I'd love to go to the port that my grandparents went to move to England from the Caribbean. Because that is powerful. It's like, wow. What an adventure to be like, I'm just going to leave everything that I know, everything that I've grown up around, to move to this foreign land where I don't even speak the language. That's incredibly brave.
You know the person in your family who made that epic journey?
I do.
Yeah, who was it?
It was my great-great-grandfather, Anders Olsen, and my great-great-grandmother, Ellen Pearson.
Yeah. Well, in 1886, this is the place where Ellen left.
That's really amazing. Oh my God.
How does that feel?
Oh.
Could you imagine her seeing you now?
I can picture her. I mean, it gives you a reverence for the sense of place and of history and of just of connectedness with the country and with the world as a whole. I mean that she would leave this place and that this is the actual spot where she stood.
Yeah.
I was totally surprised when Anders told me that the spot where we were standing was where Ellen left from. I was not prepared for like that upwelling of emotion. You know how when you get an emotion that's so hard and so sudden that you can't really breathe?
So, what are you thinking
Powerful,
now?
that's
Being
powerful.
back in Sweden, how does it feel, Troy?
You really hit home talking about, you know, our relatives and ancestors leaving from this spot. Yeah, just
You know,
hit me.
you know the person who left Sweden in your family?
My grandmother, Elin.
Yeah. Well, she
Oh, it's
connects you to
close.
this place too. Because almost exactly 100 years ago, the 7th of April, 1914, on a beautiful spring day like this, she was standing right here with a ticket to New York.
Oh no. It made me cry.
From the minute I stepped foot on the harbor and Anders started talking about immigrants, I mean, I just knew that my grandmother had been there. And so the whole town,
And that's close.
I don't know, it's just
To be his grandmother, it's not even like his great-great, like he knew this woman. That's powerful.
hitting me all at once.
This was the last thing she saw of Sweden.
Wow.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, there's more to come during this trip, I promise you. I think that you will find out that you still carry more of that heritage within you than you think. But that's for you to find out.
So
Welcome to
exciting.
Sweden.
Thank you. Thanks.
Nu börjar äventyret för våra 10 amerikaner. Bara en av dem kan vinna den stora återföreningen med sin svenska släkt.
I wonder if this is a new park or if this is something that like she might have strolled through like with her family.
Yeah, this has got to be
Is
the
it
most
always like,
beautiful
oh my
park
gosh?
I've ever seen in my life.
I know.
Men redan nu kommer alla få en föraning av det stora priset.
Am I related to that person?
Ett kort möte med en livs levande släkting.
I think they know. I don't know anything.
When I saw the people with the signs, I got emotional immediately because I knew that this must be somebody I'm related to.
Thank you. What just happened was beyond my wildest expectations. I never knew that that family stayed here. I thought they came to America and that was it. I just inherited a new family like that, you know? How is that possible?
Oh, he looks like that guy.
It's
The guy he was speaking to, or hugging or whatever, they look similar in the face.
amazing.
Ellen was sister to Arvid.
Those pants
So
are
we are
amazing.
second cousins.
Wow.
Yeah.
Second cousins.
You look like my grandmother, June.
Okay.
Yeah, you're gorgeous.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Sunshine.
So
Okay.
happy to meet you.
As soon as I saw you, I thought, you know, I know who you are.
Yeah,
Because-
you look exactly like my uncle.
I don't have a brother. I have 4 sisters, and they don't look like me. Meeting Stefan, one of my relatives who looks just like me. I was like, ah.
Got something for you, but it's for later.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course, I can't open it right now. 2 minutes is not enough time for anything. 2 minutes is an inappropriate amount of time for any human interaction ever. You know, it was rewarding to meet her. It's just left even more questions.
Goodbye for now. Here's a gift.
I really hold my thumbs for you now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hold my thumbs.
Yeah.
I hadn't heard that phrase before, and I'm just like, I like that. I'm going to start saying that. I'll hold my thumbs for that. I'll get to meet her again.
Tell the rest of your family that I'm going to try really hard.
I will.
Okay.
Okay. Goodbye.
Very good luck.
No.
Meeting my relative today makes me have a lot more ambition to make it to the end. I would love to be in a room with my Swedish relatives more than anything right now.
Now I have to win this.
Yeah, exactly.
There's no option. It's like a punch to the gut. It just takes the breath out of you. I mean, like, am I really doing this? You know, it's so, there's a surrealness to it it's just intangible. I'm not coming home unless I win. Like, that must happen. It must.
I love that they do this in the first episode, or the first thing that they do is they see their relatives, because it's a competition. As soon as they see their relatives, it's like, okay, they have a physical and mental kind of goal that they need to reach. Like, okay, I've met my relatives and I need to win so that I can meet more of my relatives and spend more time with them and get to know them and know more about my heritage. It's like, here's the carrot. Here's the, I don't know, what do you dangle over someone's head? You know what I mean? Like, it's like, here it is. This is the prize. I'm gonna take it away from you in 2 minutes. It's like someone giving you like a pot of gold and say, hold it, have a look at it, smell it, touch it, and then they take it away from you. You know, it's very clever. So it gives them that motivation to really put their all into all the tasks. So yeah, I love that. Let's go.
Bachelor pad. Oh, wait. I'm the only bachelor here. Oh, whoa, I am not sleeping next to you.
Is that it?
I'll take the couch, all right? It's like, look, I like you, buddy. You're the only person I want to be my bunkmate, but I don't know.
You can pull the beds apart.
Oh
It's two single beds.
Nice. Oh wow, sweet. Compared to where I live, this is a big luxury because my sewer don't work at home. I went without hot water for like 7 years. I used to take showers outside. So to me, this hotel room is like a palace.
Maybe we can put one suitcase here and one
Take showers outside.
Just tell me
on the
where
ground.
you want. Just
or
tell
what
me
do
where you want my crap.
Do you want yours on the ground, or would you?
I am rooming with Leslie, our braided lady from Texas. We're very different, but we are united in a common goal, and I think by nature of wanting to do this and be part of it, have an adventurous spirit.
Does this make you want to learn Swedish? All I know is
Lederhosen.
Lederhosen. I don't think that's sweet.
I feel like that's not not about what they're saying language-wise, but I feel like getting on a bed with your clothes on is not a very Swedish thing to do. Let me know if it isn't a Swedish. I feel like I don't know. I know that you guys take your shoes off before you enter a home, but do you get on your bed with your clothes on? Let me know. Your outside clothes on. Let me know. Or maybe that's just a me thing. Because I'm like, I can't get on the bed, not anymore, with my clothes on from outside because it's just dirty and my dirty socks. Let me know. Let me know if when you get onto your bed, if you're okay getting onto your bed with your outside clothes on. Let me know. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm just weird.
I don't know what other option you have. What do you think you're gonna be sleeping on? This?
No,
Actually,
man, we'll make it work.
Yes.
That's some good old American ingenuity right there.
That's right.
Yeah, separate the bed.
What do you think, guys? I love them. I've heard the name Malmo before. I don't know much about it, but it looks like a pretty awesome little city. I love the architecture. It's awesome, and these little cobble streets are like really cool. It's like walking back in time when you come here.
Yeah, I look around these buildings and I think
it's called Europe.
My grandmother probably
walked through.
would have seen these.
Yeah,
They all
she went
look like
through
they've
the
been
square.
here over 100 years.
So beautiful, though. It's
Very
crazy to
pretty.
think, like, my great-grandfather, he moved to America, he changed his name, he didn't want to speak Swedish at all.
When did your dad come?
No, my great-grandfather.
Oh, when did
like
he
in the
get here?
20s.
Oh, see, that was my dad.
Oh, really?
You know, it's kind of weird because they're all so young, all these people. And they're talking about their grandparents and their great-grandparents coming in 1929. Well, that was my dad.
Get down, bring a friend, come around. Getting high in the rock and roll high school.
So hello class, and welcome to your first lesson in Swedish behavior and language. First of all, you know where we are? You know who went to this school? Zlatan.
Seriously? The soccer player?
Yeah.
Zlatan? Is that how you say it? Zlatan? Beats the crap out of me. Yeah, never heard of him.
So, this first session is called The Art of Being Vague. So today we will focus on this very Swedish phrase. Man mår som man förtjänar. This is the answer you get when you ask someone, how are you doing? It's hard to translate, but it would be something like, one feel the way one deserve. So, why is this a very typical Swedish phrase? Well, first of all, the use of one. What this person is actually trying to say is, I feel the way I deserve. We have developed a way of talking about ourselves without involving ourselves. Also, the word deserve here is very interesting in this sentence. In Sweden, we deserve things. We're all
like really unhealthy.
No, that's the lagom. That lagom, isn't it? Is that kind of like not bragging, just kind of being like grateful for things. I get it. I get it. It's even in your language. That's pretty interesting. That's really interesting. It's even in your language. Cool.
They're a nervous mess.
Very nervous about this.
I think this sounds like a great way to do things. I don't understand why any of you have a problem with it. It makes complete sense to me.
I think I'm on the plane of maybe this is part of why my family left Sweden, because my family is not at all vague or sit back.
It's a mix of yes and no.
They're a family of loud. I've always thought of my morfar as a stubborn Swede, and that meant he got his way. He wasn't sitting back and letting anybody.
It's not totally bad, or it's not perfect. Lagom.
Lagom.
Very good. Swedes strive always for consensus. We want everyone to share the opinion. Jeanette?
Yeah, I think it's kind of bad.
Yeah.
And I'm going to say that because I can, because I'm an American.
Yeah. And I need to hear it.
Well, how do you ever stand on your own 2 feet? How do you ever have an opinion? How do you ever believe in something and be passionate about it? Doesn't that, you store it all in? And when are you allowed to let it out?
There's a point to everything you say, but I sort of like it.
Totally. I'm not saying it's bad.
No.
I did say it was bad.
In Swedish class today, I learned that I am probably the antithesis of a Swedish person. I am loud, I am opinionated, and I will swear and tell you exactly how I feel.
Basically, what she's learning is that she's American. She may be Swedish by heritage, DNA, her ancestors were Swedish, but as I'm learning, being Swedish is much more than just your ethnicity or your heritage, but also culturally. You can be culturally a Swede in the way that you are as a person. Culturally European, culturally it's different. Like someone who's grown up in Sweden, sometimes it doesn't matter what country they're from originally. Like sometimes when you've been probably to school and grown up around Swedes, there is a cultural way of being. There is a way that everyone is like, or a kind of umbrella way of being a Swede. And she's very much her nationality is American, so the way she acts and the way she holds herself, her morals, her values are very American, and I think she's just realized that now. And I love seeing this, that Americans are really confused, like, what is that? What Swedish people are like? Because they've never been to Sweden, so they don't know what being a Swede is. So this is very interesting.
So pretty much that was totally un-Swedish.
Nate.
It sounds to me like a really good system for everybody getting along. Not about being who's going to be the top dog or who's going to be the leader, because from what I understand here, children are raised to believe that none of them are better than anybody else. That's just what it sounds like to me.
We're coming from an American society that is so polarized in its politics because you have
which is horrible.
No, you have a few.
And how much fun is that? How's that working for us right now?
As a Swede, I think I get a bit...
You get protective.
But then you started asking, it's a bit... Yeah, well... one could say... With this said, we switch to sorting out English words with a different meaning in Swedish. He's running fart. You can be caught on the highway in a fart control. Because fart in Swedish is speed. Then we have kiss. It's our everyday for urine.
Like
or pee.
Piss?
Yeah, we have to go and kissa.
perfect.
Yeah, should not be insulted if you see this everywhere. It's not slut. It means the end. And slutstation, it's not pronounced slut station. It's not a meeting up place for promiscuous women. It's just the end of the bus line, you know, yeah. So, let's sum this up a bit, though. So, if I'm asking you, how are you doing? What is your answer?
Man mår som man förtjänar.
Thank you very much.
There you go, an apple.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you. I remember lagom, slut, and fart.
Men mår som man får känna.
I remember what kiss means.
One of you, all right. Men mår som man får känna.
I love the Swedish lesson. I think they started that maybe last season. I don't think they did it in season 2. But I think it seems like it's going to be a mainstay of the show going forward. Am I right? Well, I don't know. We'll see.
How'd you sleep?
Well, you didn't snore as loud as you said you would. Only now and then.
Good morning. Food! Oh, there's a god.
Do you want me to put it in the bed?
Oh, yeah. This would be great.
I'm gonna have mine in the tub.
Oh, room service. Very fancy.
I hope we get pickled herring every day. I say that now.
It's pretty good.
I happen to like almost anything. I'd probably eat my own head if it was pickled.
But I could get used to this, as far as breakfast goes.
Okay, are you ready?
God, I don't know.
Oh, but eating it there.
Right. Okay, we do this. Ready?
Are you having caviar in that bite? Okay.
Caviar.
Tubed caviar?
It was nasty. It was pretty nasty. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I cannot wait to try
what?
it.
We tried it.
Every time I see an American try it, they don't like it. And I'm just like, I just want to know. It seems like it's an acquired taste. So I can't wait to try it and see if I like it. What do you guys think? Do you think I'm going to like it? Let me know.
Proud of us?
You tried it. I smelled it.
You know what? To be honest, I don't think I've ever heard a Pippi Longstocking story before.
What?
Don't tell anybody that. My mother used to read the books to me
It's quite
until I was
young,
old
though.
enough to read them.
Oh.
Pippi's best friends are a horse with no name, and then she has a monkey named Mr. Nielsen.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Who the hell comes up with this shit? That's
Astrid
crazy.
Lindgren.
That's crazy.
That's
Are there a lot of
true.
stories?
Who comes up? You know, like writers of like children's stories and like, yeah, there's like children's stories and like fantasy. You have to have such a interesting mind to come up with a lot of this random stuff. Like children's books are a bit crazy. Yeah, like who comes up with this stuff?
Well, the
right.
woman wrote at least 3, maybe 4 books.
Oh, I see.
And then there was a TV series.
Oh, good. So I don't have to read.
Yeah, you just watch the movies, yeah.
Sunshine. Good morning, sunshine. Today could be a lucky day. Everything will go your way. Uh-huh.
There we go. Test.
All right, let's see what we got.
Do it.
All right, let's see here. Dear Americans, this is the America Koffert, America Trunk. When your ancestors left to start over in the new country, they usually brought one of these. Not a lot of space for a whole family's belongings.
Wow.
Can you imagine, Troy? How would that be for you?
I would never get my pants in there.
All right. Today, the Koffert contains all you need to explore the region, Skåne and its capital, Malmö. Jersey of the pride and joy, Die Blue, the real king of Sweden, Zlatan. Some of you will walk in footsteps of Zlatan's with the map in the coffer. Some of you will go to the Tuscany of Sweden, Österlen, where you will explore the local food culture. Today, the America coffer also contains bulla in delicacy, a tray of apples, a soundtrack to Skåne, key boxes. In those boxes, you will find the key to your family's history.
Thank you.
The America coffer also contains one family treasure chest. Katie, you are the first, and you will find a lot of secrets in this chest. Enjoy, Anders.
We have beer, music, and the beach. I think we're good.
They must film this in the summer because the weather's always immaculate.
So I've been in Sweden for 1 day, and I've already started to see some pieces of the puzzle come together, getting to stand in the same place where Ellen left for America, getting to see the lilac trees that are all around the city that Ellen planted at her home in Bonn.
I would describe myself as outgoing, artsy, practical, adventurous, and probably a little more self-absorbed than I should be. Nice. I was about 2.5 when I was diagnosed with cystic fibrosis. The way it manifests itself is in problems with the lungs and can break our lungs down over time. CF is a genetic disease. Currently, the life expectancy is the mid to late 30s, so I think it's about 37, 38 years old. I'm 34. You know, I'm just kind of taking it a day at a time. I don't really have the luxury of thinking 5 years from now, 10 years from now, where I want to be, but I'm certainly not going to pass up opportunities or and not take advantage of every day that I have while I'm healthy and I can do the things that I want to do.
Wow.
I tend to feed off of challenges. So I love when someone tells me I can't do something. I'm just like want to prove them wrong. I think I'm most proud of my ability to sing regardless of this craziness that I have going on with my lungs. Had I given it up, thinking this is something I can't do, I never would have seen how helpful it can actually be to my health too. So this is the farmhouse where my great-great-grandfather and my great-great-grandmother settled in the 1890s. They came to the United States separately and they met here, and Andrew had this homestead. I've always felt that if I wasn't going to have a long life, that I was going to have a lot of life. So when I first found out about this opportunity to come to Sweden, I just jumped at the chance.
Eventuret fortsätter.
Go get him, Katie!
Dear Katie, the year was 1856 when Elna Persdotter was born on the farm Nubelev No. 5 in the parish of Vestra Salarup. She was your morfar's farmor. Elna's paternal grandmother's mother, Christina Stricker's daughter, colors your family's history. It is proven that she had unbelievable power and will to live. That line about unbelievable power and will to live. I mean, it's kind of self-absorbed to say it, but I hear people say that about me. Just from that line alone, I've learned more about myself than I ever really acknowledged.
Christina married Eskil Johnson, who was an oabo, the Skåne word for a farmer with enough money to rent a Skåne farm. And it finally looked as if life was becoming more civilized, but not for Christina. She was widowed in 1824.
That's so sad.
Many women, and especially widows, did not live past 60 years old.
Right.
But that did not sit well with your relative, the strong and powerful Christina. She was not to be defeated by a society belonging only to men. It was very common for widows to be forced to the poorhouse. Christina was very beloved by her children, so her daughter took her into her home at Nobilev number 5. Christina was then 78 years old when your direct relative, Elna Per's daughter, was born. Christina held her in her arms, and in that very moment, bringing 4 generations together. Christina was 103 years old when she died.
Wow.
A very unusual deed by a very unusual woman.
103?
I don't know how to handle it.
Wow.
She was there when Elna, her great-granddaughter, was born. She was able to go to church and take communion until she was 100 years old. She not only had a long life, she had a full life. Mm. Elna was your morfar's farmor, your great-great-grandmother. Elna grew up knowing all about the strong woman who had held her in her arms when she was a newborn baby. And Elna always knew that she had a woman in her family that overcame barriers no one else had done before. This is her house. This is my great-great-grandmother's house where she was born.
Wow.
There's a lilac tree in front. The lilac. I think it was a special flower to her because she planted one outside of her house in America. And it was probably something to remind her of this very spot. Your relative Elna Per's daughter was 30 years old when she traveled from Malmö harbor. It can very well have been the many stories about Christina and her will to live that inspired Elna to dare make the big decision to, all alone, leave Sweden for the chance of a better life in the New World. On the other side of the Atlantic, Elna Americanized her name to Ellen and later married Anders Olsen. Together they had a son named Elmer Stanley Olsen. He also had his own son, Edmund Vincent Olsen, and he was your maternal grandfather, your morfar. I've never viewed life as having an expiration date. And knowing the story of Christina, I don't think that she did either. So maybe that's something that I inherited from her. And I've just been living life doing the only thing that I know how to do, but there's some seed of strength that was passed down from this ancestor that I never even heard of. Oh gosh, that's a fascinating way to view it.
"103, boy, she lived." Especially in those times, this is a long life.
Today is the Zlatan Day. This is really exciting because I know how important he is to the Swedes.
Who?
Look at that sun.
Zlatan. Who's that? Let me know in the comment section below. He's important to the Swedes.
That quote it says Zlatan on it.
What does this say?
It means if you move far away, you still have Rosengård in your heart.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Bye-bye. Number 1, the address of Zlatan's father.
Hi. Can you tell me where Zlatan lives?
Zlatan.
Thank you.
Ma'am. Hey, ma'am. Ma'am. Nope, she's not going to talk to me.
it's because you're shouting at her and there's a camera coming towards her. She's probably running away. She's like, oh no, don't speak to me. Right. And being a loud American is not going to help the situation.
Well, you know, Anders explained this to us yesterday. People aren't like forthcoming. And it's not because they're mean, it's just because they're Swedish.
Yeah, it's because of my pants.
It is because of, actually it is Troy's pants.
It's my pants.
They sort of scream.
They have an aversion to white.
Hi, how are you?
What is it? Fine.
We're looking for Zlatan Ibrahimovic's father's house.
Really? Do you know which one that is? You gotta be here.
Yeah,
exactly, you're somewhere.
Okay.
One of those buildings.
Thank you. Are you guys football fans?
He can do something.
Okay. Thank you.
Häng nu med till Österlen, ett litet tag till Färshärad. Ska vi åka nu idag kring den
Hi. Is this honey?
Yes, it's from different flowers.
Oh, wow.
It's good. I'm so excited I got chosen to come to the food festival because I love walking around and meeting the people, trying the food. Now, we must have these apples as the sign indicates. Apple must.
So this is really far after she's already said that, but she said this honey is from different flowers. It's only like recently, maybe the past few years, that I realized that depending on where the honey is from, or depending where the bees are from and which flower they've pollinated, depends on the taste of the honey. I never knew that. I thought all honey tastes the same, but it really doesn't. And it wasn't until I came to Asia, I went to Thailand, I tasted the honey and I was like, the honey tastes completely different because there's different types of flowers here. So, yeah.
I understand some of the other groups went to do something that's more sports oriented. And with all due respect, I have zero interest in sports.
Look, it's
All right.
Zlatan
Look at
Court.
Zlatan.
There he
There we
is,
go.
right there.
Uh-oh. Oh,
Sweet.
wait a minute. He's 6 what?
Yeah. I'm going to be the goalie. You know what? The game starts now when I say the game starts.
Okay.
You and him are on a team, and her and me and him are on a team.
Okay.
Flip the coin.
Birds or a crown?
Okay. Crown.
That's a crown. That's crown.
We go first.
All right, so whose team am I on? Whose team am I on?
I don't know. I'll defend. Ladies and Troy.
Bullshit. At home, I'm a recluse. I really seriously am. I stay in my house, I go to work, I take care of my parents, and I come home. So I don't normally go anywhere or do anything. So coming here, yeah, I've kind of opened up. There's a lot of people, and I've been talking to people. I'm doing things. I'm outgoing. So yeah, it's a big thing for me.
She said she's a recluse, so that's kind of Swedish, right? Well, no, Swedes are not recluses. But if she's not used to being around a lot of people, I think she could survive in Sweden. I think it should be all right.
No,
that's what she's used to.
You were
Leslie is the coolest, most like loving, awesome chick of all time. She is one of those people that you'll never meet another person like her. And so when you're around her, you better soak it all in because she has a lot to offer.
You guys are
You may not get it.
Are you okay? They're looking at us.
It's funny, right?
It's because she's wearing heels, right?
We're ready.
She's some trainers.
We're ready.
All right.
Just one goal.
He gets the ball, he turns around, he throws it back, and then we'll score.
He throws it backhanded.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
They're going to lose because Europeans are really good at football.
You don't mess with these loafers, man. Whoa!
Are you from Skåne?
Yeah, we have our summer house here.
Oh, you
but
have
we
your
live
summer
in northern.
Where do you live northern?
In Värmland, in Karlstad.
So you're on vacation and you end up getting harassed by a bunch of crazy Americans.
That's how we do in Sweden.
Oh, you do?
In festivities like this one.
Boy, when we were down in the city earlier today, the people, you'd walk by them and they just drop their eyes. And I was like, hello, I'm here. I can talk. And here you sit down and talk to people, and they want to talk.
Because it's on their terms. It's on their terms. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know if I can explain this properly. But what I've learned is that Swedes like to have set plans. So like fika, having the fika time, you know you're going to be in a situation where you're around people and you can socialize and drink coffee and hang around people. You have that planned. That's what, at this time we're going to do this with these people. Like if there's something that it's like a festival, okay, this is time to socialize and get to know people and have fun. But then after that time, when your time is to go to work or your time is to focus on what you want to do and what your life is what you're doing in your life, you don't really want any distractions. Does that make sense? I feel like that's kind of how Swedes are. Like, you have allocated set times. It's not like you don't like socializing. You do like socializing, but it needs to be on your terms. When you choose to socialize, you will choose to do that. You'll choose to do so. When you want to speak to strangers, you'll choose to speak to strangers. But when you don't want to, okay, it's not time for that. We're doing this now. Does that make sense? I feel like that's what you guys are like. I don't know. Let me know if I'm correct. And if not, let me know.
Try this.
I want to try everything.
Yes. That's good. Try the liquor.
Try the liquor first.
That doesn't look nice, but he's enjoying
What
it.
are Skåne people like? Do they all have these mustaches?
No, not so many. But we talk a lot. And if you go up north, they don't use that many words.
I think my family is from not around here, but I think they must be because I'm the same. I like to talk and I like to eat.
We all like to talk and eat a lot too.
I got the lucky draw here. I got to come with friends, and I got to run around and meet people that wanted to talk and eat some really good food. Not good wine, though. Oh, I can't say that. Yes, I can.
Oh, good job. All right. I like that move.
Hey,
awesome,
talk
dude.
some liquor.
Thank you. Today, playing with locals, these young kids that are obviously inspired by the Zlatan court and who he is and his presence there. It was pretty awesome.
What is Zlatan's favorite pizza?
Kebab, capciosa.
The Skåne people that I met today were really, really awesome. And I love the diversity. I think that the more cultures you can bring together, the richer your society is going to be.
Agreed.
Yeah, it was a Zlatan day. Yeah. You can take a man out of Rose Garden.
I really need to try Swedish pizza. I just think I just know your pizza is going to be delicious because you're not afraid to mix a lot of different toppings and just experiment. So I cannot wait to try pizza in Sweden. Pizza, meatballs, Kallis caviar, what else? Lindenberry, is that right? Lindenberry jam with the meatballs, mashed potatoes. What else do I want to try? This is not food, snus. What else do we need to try in Sweden? What's it called? I just did a video on these cinnamon buns. I should try cinnamon buns. There's a lot of food I need to try in Sweden. I cannot wait to try them all. Try it all.
But you can't take Rose Garden out of the man. I guess you can take the person out of Sweden and immigrate them to America, but you can't take, the Sweden out of the immigrant. And now I see the analogy in that.
Hey, I learned how to play football.
You never played football?
I've never played soccer or football. Granny got him. So far, everything's been a surprise. I got to meet a family member. I was so excited about that, and I got a present.
All right, guys, don't you think it's time for presents? Here's Leslie! Yeah, do you want to help, Mrs.
Yeah, you want to help? I finally got my present.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
There's a lot of them.
Military. Is it a military thing?
Or maybe mining?
It's exciting, but I'm not quite sure what I'm looking at.
Right.
I'm going to get to find out, though, I hope.
people. I very rarely get presents.
Aww.
So this means a lot to me.
Well, this is probably one of the most special ones.
Yeah.
You have an idea what you think it is?
No, but here it goes. Close my eyes. I really didn't have lots of birthdays when I was growing up, so that present means a lot to me.
You better open your eyes and see what you're looking at.
I wonder who they are. Oh, shit. Check out those goosebumps I'm getting. I am just getting chills right now going all over me, and I can feel them all over me. Check it out. Oh.
When the truth is found to be
Dallas, Texas.
Most people don't understand me. You know, my habits are not like other people's habits. I collect bones and stuff like that. You know, I feel vibes. I don't remember where I got these at. I've always been a recluse, but I'm outgoing at the same time. I could fit in anything. I guess like a chameleon.
I'm happy for you. You needed something like this.
Yeah. My family is my life. It's going to be a little tough, though, leaving Mom and Dad.
That'll be fine.
My relationship with my mom might not have been the best when I was growing up. She didn't go in the right direction as a mother should go. My mom was an alcoholic. Do you remember the song they teach me when I was little? I got married when I was 17 to get away from her. But, you know, even if there's somebody in your family who's not good to you, you still love them, regardless. One night I was late, came home from a date, slipped out of my shoes at the door. I can't wait to get there, see what it looks like. I was closer to my father, but my father worked a lot, and he was taking care of my mother. I know it's probably going to be a whole... My father has been through hell. I know he loves her, but I feel that he's sacrificed quite a bit, his life, his happiness.
Hope you have a good time and bring back the family history.
All right.
All right.
I see that strength in him, and I know that somewhere he got this strength. I have no pictures of my Swedish family at all, on the exception of my grandmother. What drives me to learn more about my Swedish ancestry is you feel complete when you know your history. I think also knowing your background and your family history can make somebody a better person. Dear Leslie, the year was 1801 when Dionysius Nordberg was born in Jolnarstrom, Ystro parish. He was your farmor's far's far. His mother was a maid named Greta. No one knows what became of Greta. She left the island without any trace, except one. She left her child with the miller Axel Nordberg, who had no kids of his own. Wow. The child he was left with was Dionysius, who eventually inherited the mill and the house from Axel. This man did not only raise Dionysius, he also taught him his professional trade, milling. Dionysius died of tuberculosis in 1851. At that point, he was married and had a son named Johann Magnus Wilhelm, your farmor's far. Dionysius' wife and Johann Magnus Wilhelm's mother, Christina, sold the family mill. Johann Magnus Wilhelm tried to earn money any way he could, but sadly his life became an ever-spiraling mass of problems.
Oh, dear.
And I can relate to spiraling mass of problems. Johann Magnus Wilhelm got married in 1864 to Carolina Osterman. 1 year later, they had their firstborn son named Ernst Wilhelm. He was your farmor's far. The couple went on to have 5 more children in rapid succession after Ernst. It became increasingly hard for Johann Magnus Wilhelm to support his large family. On July 22, 1871, Johann Magnus Wilhelm was sentenced to prison for stealing. The object he'd stolen was a simple bag of rye. All signs suggest that Johann Magnus Wilhelm stole simply to feed his poor family and ensure their survival.
So sad. That's so sad. That's really
Ernst
sad.
and his siblings never had the advantage of an ethical and loving role model father. On the other hand, Carolina Osterman was a mother who never left her children's side. She lived her entire life on the right side of the law. Perhaps it was her that inspired Ernst to always seek betterment through hard work. Ernst left Sweden in 1896. He was your great-grandfather. And just a couple of years after Ernst's immigration from Sweden, his mother Carolina Osterman left with a boat bound for Massachusetts to reunite with Ernst. In the United States, Ernst found himself a Swedish woman named Christina Lodstadter, and together these two Swedish transplants had their first child born on American shores. Her name was Signe Olivia, and she was your farmer. My grandma. I can relate to the experience of the suffering that they had to go through. Wow. You know, the hard times. Had hard times when I was younger. You know, getting ill, becoming homeless, having to struggle to get back up on my feet, and
becoming ill, becoming homeless. Wow, she's had quite a tough past. Do you guys believe in generational trauma, like generational, like things being passed on? And I don't mean like genetically, like through the blood, or like you can inherit things through your blood. I don't mean like that. I mean, when I say generational trauma, I mean like passed on through behavior and through experiences. So say if you have your great grandma was an alcoholic, and because she was an alcoholic, she neglected her daughter, and her daughter, you know, goes through trauma of not having a mother there, and then that's your grandmother, and your grandmother treats your mother in a bad way because she had trauma when she was a child. Do you know what I mean? Like that generational trauma passed down because of the way that each person in that generation was treated, then them passing on that to the next person down the line. Because I do believe that is a thing, and it's something that everyone needs to be aware of, I think. Especially if you were someone that you weren't treated very well, or you had an absent parent, or, you know, it's important for us to seek the help that we need for some of the trauma we've had in the past, so that we don't pass it on to our children. Yeah, let me know if you guys agree, or like, yeah, let me know if you agree or you believe in like generational trauma as a concept. Let me know. Just something I thought of.
All the question marks that have been in my head, all the years of wondering, now I know. Pa, he's very strong, and I think my pa gets that from his Swedish side.
That girl just looks like me when I was a little girl.
You're gonna do okay.
Well, all of my life I've really been doing things for everybody, my father, my mother, and I love them very much, my sister, my children, the grandchildren, and it's Leslie's time. I'm excited that the venture has begun. I want to do my best to make the rest of this dream come true.
Äpplen får ofta en viktig roll i berättelser och myter. Adam får kunskapens äpple av Eva, och vips är de utslängda ur paradiset. Afrodite får ett äpple i pris av prins Paris, och strax är trojanska kriget igång. Snövit får ett som är sjukt besprutat, och av Idun får asagudarna ungdomens äpple. Och så förstås astrakanäpplet i Vilhelm Mobergs Utvandrarna. I Allt för Sverige gäller det för amerikanerna att hålla sig kvar här nu. Det har blivit dags för vår första tävling, och i den spelar äpplen återigen en viktig roll.
Apples. I wonder what they're going to be doing.
Team challenge. Family tree.
Family tree.
The blue team. Nate, Nick, John, Courtney, and Jeanette. The yellow team, Troy, George, me, Katie, and Leslie.
Bye.
All right, let's pass out the shirts.
Oh shit. Why did we all think there was no competition today? For some reason we thought today was just going to be another la 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 la, you know? So I bet we were all
straight
thinking,
in there.
Oh, this is where it starts.
I'm not particularly strong, but I have a really good balance and endurance.
I'm a good cheerleader.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, and you're like a communicator.
Yeah,
so
we can do this. I can tell people what to do really well.
I'm 100% confident we have this. There's no other option. I mean, we must win. That's really the only frame of mind I want to be in.
Hello, welcome. Well, the emigrants seem to have loved to bring apple seeds to the new land as a reminder of home. One of the first to do so was Peter Gunnarsson, who settled in Pennsylvania in 1639. There, he changes his name to Rambo, after his home village. And the apple he grew were named the same. 330 years later, American writer David Morrell takes a break while writing his book, First Blood. And he takes a bite in an apple so tasty, he wants to know what it's called. It's a Rambo. And there, the hero gets his name, and I guess that makes Rambo of Swedish descent. And as this is the first competition, it's time to bring out the hero in you. Today's competition is a team challenge. The winning team, the members of the winning team, will be safe for a while. The losing team will have to meet in an individual challenge to decide who will be the first to leave Allt för Sverige. The good news is that won't happen until next week. Okay, good luck. I dagens lagtävling ska deltagarna bygga upp lagets släktträd. Varje lagmedlem ska skruva loss sin gren ur en bräda som sitter fast på marken och sen fästa den på lagets trädstam. När laget har alla sina grenar på plats kan de börja leta fram låskoder i den stora äppellådan. Koderna finns skrivna på brädorna i lådans insida. De måste gräva djupare och djupare för att hitta dem. Med koderna öppnas sedan hänglåsen till skyltarna med deras släktingars namn på. Det lag som först fått upp alla skyltar i släktträdet vinner.
Right. So they've got to dig through those apples.
So here's the deal. I think we should remember
to find the codes.
To turn it out, probably. So don't turn right, turn left. And then run, obviously, to the thing. And then you taller people should get the taller ones. Remember, there's 3 on the right side and 2 on the left.
We talked about who is good at what, and the girls are the talkers, and they're the strategies. And I'm the grunt guy. I do what people tell me I can do it. So it doesn't bother me that someone takes charge.
Only call out the 4 until that one is done.
She's a boss.
As soon as we heard the rules, I was thinking, okay, what can we do? How can we make this easier? What can we do to maximize our potential at this point?
Well, she's a reporter, it says there, doesn't it? And underneath her name. So she's probably really used to like speaking instructions and she's a leader, this one. She's actually really good to have on your team because you need someone that can just kind of organize people. They're a good team to have her as a leader.
Want to throw the apples at the other team?
No. I don't know how to say this.
I already feel like the other team are going to win.
They're having way too much fun and they're really unfocused.
We got lined up on our sticks like every single time.
It's important for me to stay because I have a big mystery to solve. It's also important because I like Sweden and I like these people and I want to be in Sweden with these people for as long as I can.
It just feels right to be here. And I think I should be here longer.
Stop crying, not yet.
So
it's
I really,
only the
really,
first
really
round.
want to win today.
You can do it.
Are you ready? Klara, färdiga, gå!
Just go. Just change it up. Just change it up. Feel the burn.
Who's going to be the first person? First guy.
Come on, guys.
Let's try spinning it again.
Yeah. You're close. You're real close.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you got it. You're strong. Come on, baby. Come here.
It's almost out. It's almost out.
There you go.
I'd be throwing those apples.
Remember, you're looking for...
Okay, I got one.
Okay, go.
Go, Nick.
We've got to be careful not to throw it out of the box.
One.
George, go.
Got it. Good job, Nick.
What does it look like?
There's one. Right there.
9949.
Yes.
Search around the edge.
It might be on the bottom too, so keep going.
Yeah.
Oh, there's one right there.
I thought the yellow team are going to win, but the blue team look like they're going to win.
Got it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Go. Next one.
Yeah.
5955. Awesome.
Yeah.
Go do it. You go do it.
4445.
Yep.
Yeah.
Or maybe I was right.
247.
Okay, jump on.
Got it.
Yellow team.
My side.
Close.
The other one.
6216.
Okay, that one doesn't.
2324. All right, come on.
Okay, that's all of them.
No, it's not.
No, that's all of them.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, congratulations, guys. Have an apple. Victory. Yeah? Apple? How does it feel?
Yes. Awesome. Thank you.
Tastes like victory. You know the people there? You know who's your descendant? Yeah. Everyone? Hjalmar. Yeah.
The sign that I found was of my great-grandfather, Hjalmar Johansson. He was the first one to come to America. He was my mother's grandfather. That sign alone was motivation enough.
Good game,
Okay, guys, seriously though.
Good job.
I feel super lucky to get to stay longer in Sweden. I really didn't want to be the first person off, so that's a blessing.
I was rooting for the yellow team, but well done, blue team. Oh, don't waste
Very
apples.
frustrated. I did the best I could given the situation, but it's still very frustrating. You know, I'm a winner, and so I'm just sorry for my team.
Kind of disappointed in myself, you know. I think I could have done a little bit better, but I'm gonna try and rise to the occasion for the next round, you know.
Everyone who stays in this competition, you know, long times, at some point is going to have an individual challenge. We're going to get practice, you know.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, we're just like the
bright
first
side of
ones
things
who
sort
get
of
a
people.
shot
That's why we're in yellow. We see things coming.
At earning our spot here, you know.
Who's gonna go home first? Oh, I'd hate to go home first. No one wants to go home first.
This is good. Would you like a piece of apple pie?
I would love a piece of apple pie. Thank you, sir.
I haven't had apple pie in a long
It is
time.
the start of our adventure. I know. We've all seen each other's photos, right?
I'm not sure.
This was in my treasure box yesterday, and it turns out that my 5 greats, she lived to be over 100 years old.
Oh, cool.
These were her grandchildren. So she was born before America was a country.
Wow. That's incredible.
I mean, that just gets you right here.
Yeah,
I mean, there's so much history here.
Oh, yeah. The adventure has started. It's been, so far, an amazing ride. Sweden has surpassed my
Slightly problematic because America was kind of a country, just not America. It was something else because the natives were there. However, I know what she's saying. America as we know it.
expectations, and my expectations were pretty high, I will say. I am so grateful for this privilege. I mean, this is beyond a dream come true, and it feels good to be earning it in a way, to be competing for it.
Someone's gonna go home, but we still have time here. I mean, there's something about only having limited time that makes it that much more special. If you take for granted that you're gonna have 100 years, or that you're gonna have, 6 weeks, you might miss some things.
Well, yeah, and
that you'd overlook.
Coming from you, that's very sage. Because you have to live your life, day to day, minute to minute.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know where you get your strength from, girlfriend.
I know, right?
Right?
Yeah, so.
Yeah, why?
100 years.
That's right.
Absolutely. Quality 100 years.
That's right. Good health.
I have this overwhelming sense of being at home. I look forward to a lot more of this.
Oh,
Yay!
They're actually running now.
Oh, I don't like spoilers. I don't like seeing what's going to happen next episode. This is going to be a good season because I like the contestants. I like the vibe. I think this is a good season. Yeah, guys, that went really quick. I feel like time went really quick. It's finished. Right, until next week for episode 2. I hope you have an amazing weekend and the rest of next week as well. And I will see you guys very soon.